Scientists have recently made astonishing claims about the development of a groundbreaking technology that has been dubbed the Force Gun.
Hypersonic capabilities is real, it's tangible, and we are absolutely working towards being able to develop that capability.
This device supposedly utilizes magnetic plasma rings to manipulate distant objects in space, reminiscent of the mystical abilities wielded by the Jedi in the iconic Star Wars film franchise, where they move objects with the power of their minds. Despite the intrigue surrounding this invention, there is currently limited information available, shrouding the Force Gun in mystery. However, if this technology indeed exists, its potential applications are nothing short of revolutionary. It could theoretically be employed to capture enemy spacecraft, alter their orbital paths, or even instigate collisions between spacecraft, all from a safe distance. In the realm of science fiction, capturing an enemy spacecraft is often depicted as a straightforward process involving the activation of a tractor beam, which ensnares and pulls in the targeted vessel. However, in the real world, particularly in the increasingly contested domain of low Earth orbit, such a technology remains a product of fantasy. In recent years, researchers have made strides in this direction, experimenting with devices that use lasers and sound waves to manipulate distant objects without physical contact. Yet these innovations primarily exist within the confines of laboratory settings, and their practical application in space warfare remains a distant prospect. A detail recently hailed from the famed South China Morning Post, detailing a team of Chinese researchers affiliated with the National University of Defense Technology, who claim to have crafted a device capable of manipulating objects from a distance without direct contact. This revelation marks a potentially pivotal advancement in the realm of space warfare technology. The key component of this purported Force Gun is described as a magnetized coaxial gun. This apparatus generates repetitive waves of scorching, electron-dense, high-energy gas in the form of plasma rings. When these plasma rings are discharged from the Force Gun at an astonishing rate of 8 per second and a staggering velocity of 10,000 meters per second, which is 20 times the speed of sound, they inherit an electric current. This current, in turn, generates a magnetic field that counteracts the magnetic field produced during the plasma discharge. What sets this process apart is that it creates magnetic field lines that become frozen within the plasma itself. This is a pivotal feature because it allows the effects of the magnetic field to be transported alongside the plasma ring as it traverses through space. Remarkably, the researchers assert that this gives their Force Gun a range of up to 1 kilometer. In practical terms, this means that a spacecraft equipped with such a device could exert a counteracting force on an object while maintaining a safe distance and avoiding direct contact. The implications are vast. Their Force Gun could potentially affect the magnetic fields of 2 satellites in a manner that draws them closer together. Moreover, it could enable the device to essentially push against a satellite by opposing its magnetic field, or even attract one toward the Force Gun through the magnetic wells generated within the plasma rings. Although the organization spearheading the development of the Force Gun has a military background, the research paper primarily highlights the more practical applications of this innovation. These include using the device to remove or deorbit space debris, stabilize out-of-control satellites, or facilitate the conjunction of 2 satellites for collaborative operations. All in all, some solid practical applications include space debris removal. Beyond its military potential, the Force Gun holds significant promise for practical, non-military applications. One of the pressing challenges in space today is the proliferation of space debris, defunct satellites, and fragments. The Force Gun could play a crucial role in mitigating this issue by safely deorbiting or redirecting space debris away from operational satellites and space stations. Satellite stabilization. Satellites can occasionally experience uncontrolled spins or erratic movements due to various factors, including malfunctions or collisions with debris. The Force Gun could be employed to stabilize these satellites by exerting a precise magnetic force, helping to maintain their operational capabilities and extend their lifespan. Satellite collaboration. Collaborative operations involving multiple satellites are becoming increasingly important for various space missions, including Earth observation and communication. The Force gun could facilitate these endeavors by enabling the controlled movement and alignment of satellites without the need for fuel-consuming propulsion systems. This would enhance the efficiency and versatility of satellite constellations. Nevertheless, the military potential of this technology is difficult to ignore, encompassing the capacity to capture enemy spacecraft, manipulate their orbits, or even provoke collisions between them. As of now, no definitive timeline has been offered regarding when this device might become practically deployable in space. Given its military origins, crucial details may not be immediately disclosed to the public. Nonetheless, the researchers mentioned in their paper that they are actively engaged in designing and experimentally verifying a prototype, looking at some potential military applications where the Force gun could be seen. Capturing enemy spacecraft. One of the most conspicuous military applications of the Force gun is the ability to capture enemy spacecraft. By manipulating magnetic fields from a safe distance, this technology could effectively immobilize and control hostile vessels. This capability introduces an entirely new dimension to space warfare, allowing for the non-lethal capture of valuable enemy assets, such as reconnaissance satellites or communication relays. Orbital manipulation. The Force gun could be employed to alter the orbits of enemy spacecraft. By exerting a counteracting force on these vessels, military operators could disrupt their intended trajectories, rendering them ineffective or causing them to deviate from their missions. This could be particularly advantageous for defending strategic assets in space, as well as for countering potential threats. Collisions between spacecraft. Perhaps the most alarming military application is the potential to instigate collisions between enemy spacecraft. By manipulating the magnetic fields of multiple vessels, military operators could force them into hazardous proximity, increasing the likelihood of accidental collisions. This tactic could disrupt enemy communications, navigation, and surveillance capabilities, creating a formidable advantage in a conflict scenario. In light of these developments, the prospect of being ensnared in an enemy's tractor beam may cease to be a concept limited to science fiction, potentially transforming into a very tangible reality. As the boundaries of space technology continue to expand, the Force gun represents a formidable leap into a new era of space warfare capabilities. The implications for both military strategy and peaceful space endeavors are profound, setting the stage for a future where the manipulation of distant objects in space may become routine. While we may not have seen the original result or its practical applications yet, it is safe to assume that the following years are going to be extremely formidable for China's space sector, and the nation is more than ready for the upcoming tasks. With much about China's secret Force gun that has baffled the whole world